Pronounced, defined, used in lexical dispatch.
Stipple, verb, stippled, stippling, stipples, stippler. To paint, engrave, or draw by means of small dots or short touches, creating texture or shading. Noun, a pattern or effect produced by this technique. Art or design, to apply small dots or flecks to create gradation of tone or texture. Stipple the sketch with a fine pen. Noun, a surface marked with such dots. The print's delicate stipple. Medicine or technical, to produce a pitted or speckled surface, for example, stippled red blood cells under a microscope. Obsolete, to ornament with star-like shapes, 17th century texts. The artist used a fine-tip pen to stipple the portrait, creating remarkable depth through thousands of tiny dots. When learning pen and ink techniques, students often practice how to stipple effectively before attempting more complex shading methods. The restoration expert carefully stippled missing areas of the antique engraving to match the original texture. Stippled, adjective, verb, result of technique. The stippled ceiling in the Victorian home was a beautiful example of 19th century decorative arts. Forensic scientists noted how the gunshot wound showed stipple patterns indicating close-range firing. The textbook illustration featured stipple shading to differentiate between tissue types. Stippling, noun, gerund, the technique itself. Stippling requires immense patience, but produces the most delicate tonal gradations. The art exam included a section on stippling, testing students' ability to create smooth transitions using only dots. In medical illustrations, stippling is often used to represent rough or porous surfaces. Stipples, verb, noun. The master engraver stipples each copper plate with surgical precision. Under the microscope, the mineral sample revealed characteristic stipples that helped identify its composition. Key tips for test takers: TOEFL, SAT, GRE, and GMAT. 1. Likely question formats. Definition in context. In line 20, stippled most nearly means blank. Answer marked with small dots. Analogy. Stipple is to dot as hatch is to line. Technique. Mark. 2. Common confusables. Speckle, random marks versus stipple, intentional pattern. Mottle, irregular blotches versus stipple, uniform dots. Pointillism, color theory application versus stippling, general technique. 3. Test-taking strategies. Visualize the term. Remember, stippling always involves deliberate dot patterns. Context clues. In art passages, look for references to shading techniques. Process of elimination. Rule out options suggesting lines, smears, or solid fills. 4. Relevant connections. Dot the I's and cross the T's. Attention to detail. The devil is in the details. Precision work. A point well taken in art history passages.